This is the first game where I debut my new nickel 3-3 stack defense, as well as my gun bunch tight end Alabama offense against x99Trout in a game where over $5,000 was staked on 1v1me.com. And if you want to check out 1v1me, stake on me and other players, check it out in the link in the description down below. So this is the reverse of the last video where we're actually using the Baylor Bears and our opponent is using the BYU Cougars, and we start off by taking a knee in the end zone and we start with the ball. And as I mentioned, we're running the Alabama gun bunch tight end offense as our primary offense. We broke this down on the main YouTube channel before, but in general, I'm going to be running it in this game, and it's kind of a different style of the way I'm running it. I'm going to be running the ball a lot of HB off tackle, and a lot of different plays that maybe you haven't seen before. So from the first play from scrimmage, as I mentioned, we're going to be running the ball a lot. So we ran HB off tackle, took the ball as far outside as we could, cut inside just a little bit, and got ourselves a very sizable gain to start the game. Now on our next play, we're running the play PA verticals. In this play, this is basically PA verticals. It's the same concept. And the way that we run this play, I'm actually going to break it down a little bit. And the way that you run this play, right, and the way that you should be running it is you put a corner on him, you put a streak on the triangle receiver, circle is on this fade, and you put a drag on your tight end. The reason this is so effective and the reason I like this so much as it fades away is because if they go to switch stick the corner route, right, if this player plays the corner route, then it leaves the fade wide open for a TD. And if they do nothing, the corner route is open, right, over here. And then if they switch stick this guy here up to go guard the corner, that's when you're going to have the drag route. The only times you'll see me probably miss this read, or rather, the only times this play won't work is when I either miss the read or they shed or a blitz comes in. As long as I make the correct read, someone will be open and we'll get a pretty good gain out of it. So let's see what happens here on the first play. On the first play, you could see the drag is covered, the corner route is covered, but I have the drag late. And if they do overcommit to that side, you always have the scrambling option, which I had right there with my quarterback. On the next play, we're once again aligning our bunch tight end to the wide side of the field, and it's on the right side, so we're probably not going to run, right? The handoff's a little bit slower to the right. We run the exact same play we ran before, and what you're going to see is that the corner route is actually wide open, right beneath his zone, and we're able to possession catch that and get a pretty solid gain to the sideline. And now, just like that, we're basically in the red zone. And right now, we're on the right side of the field. So in this case, knowing myself, I'm probably going to run off tackle again, simply because off tackle is super good whenever the bunch tight end is on the left, and the left is the wide side of the field. So we run off tackle. As long as we make our blocks and take it to the sideline, we'll usually get a decent gain. Right there, we got 5 yards. Reese has that platinum joystick, so we're able to cut in and out quite easily. Now, this is right when we start audibling around. Right here, I'm going to go to trips tight end, and I'm also using the backup quarterback on Baylor because he's just a little bit faster. And you're going to see that I'm actually just going to run QB wrap. QB wrap is super, super good, especially because a lot of the time you're going to be running to the trip side. They don't usually expect you to run towards the tight end side. Now it's 3rd and 1 right here. We definitely want to get this first down. We don't want to get cheated. We want to make sure that we get the first down and we can continue our drive. So as you can see, my opponent's pressing. He looks like he's man aligned. More importantly, he looks like he's man blitzing. So in this case, you're going to see me audible around a little bit. I go to trips first, and I'm going to run a zig on circle. That's our primary read here, is the zig route, because it'll pull the flat. The out route here will pull the flat outwards, right? So that's our main read. We're going to look to that, and if it's open, we're going to throw it. It is open. We go to throw it, but we just can't get the ball off. So that immediately puts us in a 4th and 1. We're going to go for it. It's 4th and 1. We want to put 7 on the board. We don't want to wait too long. His blitz got in, and we do like the look of his defense. It hasn't been super good for him yet. So right here, he's in double A gap. This looks like mid blitz. He's almost 100% blitzing. So we're going to once again go to a zig and an out route concept. And you're going to see the zig is wide open, and our receiver just drops it. So our receiver just drops the 4th and 1. We get cheated pretty bad on that play, and now x99Trout has the ball. Now Trout likes to run the ball a lot. So the first play, he's running inside zone. He was able to cut inside and get himself already to a 2nd and inches. So it's really important that I actually mention what I'm doing here. So right here, he's getting that inside zone, but we're really going to see how the nickel 3-3 stack really shapes up and ends up really doing well on defense for us. So I'm actually going to pause the video for you guys just so you can actually see exactly what I'm doing. So on the field right now, we have our user who's in a 3 rec. Now we user the middle linebacker on this play, so we pinch our linebackers. Our user is in a 3-rec. A 3-rec is really nice because it'll match any drags or anything coming over the short middle of the field in this area, which is really great for passing off. So when we switch stick off of him, he's in a good spot. We blitz this linebacker on opposite the running back side. The reason we do it opposite the running back side, we can do it to the both sides. We can do it both sides, I should say. The reason we do this is because if they run to this side, although we haven't seen it yet, this will actually do a pretty good job at stopping this because we're overloading the side that they're likely going to run towards. Then we have a mid-read opposite. This will help if they try to throw a quick streak here or a quick streak here. This is really good stuff, right? And then if they have, the other thing that I really like is you need to outside third the safety. The reason you need to outside third the safety is because if you just use a D path, this player will just be wide open, like wide open, right? So you got to keep that in mind. And then you also have an inside third. So when this guy passes the mid read, the inside third goes and covers him, right? So that's really why we're running this style of defense. And I'm basically in this coverage shell the entire game. And you're going to see truly how effective it actually is. So let's get back to the game. So it looks like he's setting a pass protection. That's likely a double team. And you're going to see the blitz does kind of get picked up right there. He's able to throw it to his running back and get himself a first down. And don't get me wrong, he will be able to move a little bit on this defense, but as soon as my user starts to pick up on the easy stuff he's getting over the middle, you're going to see us get some really good gains. Like right here, we're able to run right through. He tried to run HB off tackle on it. It looks like HB off tackle, the same play you're running on him. And we just ran straight through the gap and tackled him in the backfield. And that's exactly what we want to do with this engaged nickel 3-3 stack style of blitz. And that's really what's going to help us or put us over the edge this game, right? Is the defense. Our gun bunch tight end is good. It's really effective, but it's definitely not the thing that is going to take us to the absolute next level right now against this style of player. So he's once again in the trips tight end. He has 3 receivers to the left, although my face cam is a little bit big on the left of the screen. He has 3 receivers to the left, and he even tried the HB direct snap, but we still have a linebacker there. This is why a lot of people like doing this out of dollar. We like to do it in 3-3 because if they do run towards the linebacker side, the single linebacker side, I should say, we still have someone there, right? And that's usually opposite the slot corner. So we have 2 people there to go and make a play if needed. So now he's motioning around a little bit. He's trying his best here. We're just in a normal cover 2 here because he's not in a trips. He's not really overloading one side. We have the mid read on the field for right the middle. And you're going to see he's trying to throw that streak, but we have a mid read. We have our user. Right? The mid-read will take away everything that, or will help against the weaknesses or help remedy the weaknesses of a cover 2. And that's exactly what happened there. We usered it and the mid-read was there to make a play. And he wasn't able to throw the post over the middle. And right here, we're going to once again run PA verticals, streak, fade, corner, backside drag, right? Super simple combo. We're just going to make the read. So right here, the table route was actually open. So we will occasionally put the running back on a Texas, a table, a wheel. That's just kind of our wild card option based on what he's showing us. So our table on this play was wide open. It was a super easy dot. And once again, you're going to see us go to this PA verticals, right? Streak. What do we put him on here? Corner. Yep. Fade. Backside drag. Exact same concept over and over again. And if he gives it to us, we're going to take it. As you can see, the corner route is open. We click on, we try to aggressive catch it. He does switch stick down. So in that case, I made the wrong read. I should have looked towards the fade because the fade was open. He switched sticks down. You throw your touchdown, right? So it's one of those plays that is medium risk, right? If you make the right read every time, it's 0 risk, of course. But it's medium risk, but it's very high reward because if they do switch stick down, you're going to have the touchdown to the deep fade. So we're going to call it probably once again, probably the exact same play once again. Actually, no, we're going to go a very simple zig, flat, slant, crosser, right? So we're just going to read the middle of the field. We're going to read the user, right? That's what we're going to do here. You're going to see the zig is not open. The slant is not open, but you're going to see we have nothing actually. We have absolutely nothing open right there. He played great defense for that style of route combo, right? So that was actually good on him. I guarantee you we call the exact same play again. Yeah, we do. We call the exact same play again. You see PA verticals, streak, fade, corner. But in this case, he's actually in a cover 2. We make the read, we chuck it to Baldwin. And because he was in a cover 2, it was a 1-play touchdown, right? Really exciting stuff. Cover 2, 1 play touchdown. They switch stick down, 1 play touchdown. They don't switch stick, 20-yard gain. They switch stick up, 15-yard gain. Like, it's one of those combos that you can just keep on spamming against your opponent, and you'll actually do really, really well. So we get a touchdown there. We're going to kick our 3, and we're going to kick it right back to him. So right here, he actually switches a little bit of what he was doing, but it doesn't really matter because we are engaging opposite the running back, which means he won't be able to run on us. We have both our user and the blitzer right behind our user opposite the running back. So if they try to run those inside zones, we're going to be able to stop them. So right here, we're probably going to run the exact same shell that I was talking about, the outside third. We have everything the exact same, and our defensive tackle sheds right there. 3rd and 10. So just like that, after failing 2 runs, he's now in 3rd and 10 against probably the best passing defense in the game. So he's flipping on us. He's really trying to mess up our defense. Chances are I call a timeout here because the slot corner is stuck on the wrong side. So you want to, in those situations, you don't want to get messed up, especially on the 3rd down, where you can get yourself another stop. He's doing all of this. I don't like it. I call a timeout. Yeah. So now on this 3rd and 10, you're going to see that we run the exact same defense, but everything is bad. He's going to try to throw that a few times, and you're going to see that it's completely covered. As I mentioned, we have the inside third and the mid read covering that. The mid read, I'll show you, the mid read is over here. He's going to cover it early. The inside third's going to cover it late. So he's not going to be able to throw it, right? So we have a hook curl here, and you're going to see the problem with this hook curl. He's going to actually convert this 1st down. I hate to spoil it, but you're going to see why I'm kind of upset that he converted this 1st down. I feel like I got cheated a little bit. I felt like I had the right zones on the field. Didn't really shade underneath, shaded inside. I did everything really I could here. And you're going to see he's going to convert. He's going to actually put a curl on triangle. And because my hook curl played so far inside, he just didn't cover it. He genuinely just didn't cover that curl rep, right? So he's actually able to convert that 1st down very easily. Right, so now we're back in nickel 3-3, doing everything we can, but he's running the ball. He's trying to run the ball. He was able to run the ball because we weren't able to get the engage set up, and he's realizing, okay, the only way I'm actually going to move is if I hurry up and catch him off guard, right? That's pretty much what he's realized at this point, and he's going to run like RPOs, things like that, and we have to be aware of those things. We have to make sure that we're stopping the easy stuff that he's going to try to go to because he's realized that he's going to struggle passing against his defense. Hits us again with the RPO flat, and it's super, super good. We have to find a solution for this RPO flat. It's doing super well against us. It looks like the read key is that outside corner, so we have to make sure we find a way to make the read key not the outside corner. So that's probably either spreading the D line or doing something like that. We'll probably change what we're doing late in the game. So right here, we're actually hovering on the wide side because we're expecting a duo, but he actually does run an inside zone, and you can see when you guess incorrectly, your opponent can get some pretty sizable gains. And now just like that, he's at the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal from the run, we're running 4-3, even 6-1. We run commit. We actually do stop him in the backfield. So that's actually really huge. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line now. He's probably just going to continuously run on us. So 2nd and goal, he's in a little bit more of a passing set, but I still believe this is HB direct. When you see this play, it's 90% of the time it's HB direct snap. He runs right into our defender, and we stop him on 2nd and goal. So we're having a little bit of a goal line stand here. We're doing our best. We're blitzing as many people as we can, trying to stop his run game because he will not pass from this depth. He just won't. You see, we're moving out our linebackers. I want to point that out. We're moving out our linebackers. The reason we move out our linebackers is because if he does run stretch, sometimes the linebackers will just come in and tackle him in the backfield, right? So we just move them out. We move them out, right? That's really important. That's something we will do and continue to do. Right here, he runs it up the middle. We do actually make the tackle. He doesn't get in the end zone. So he's still trying to run it into the end zone. He's also chewing clock. You'll see that. There's only 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. It probably feels like it blew by, but that's just because he's trying to take as much clock as he possibly can. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. This is where we're really expecting a QB wrap. So what we do is we move this guy outside, but the problem is we moved him way too far outside. So we took the QB wrap. It was super easy for him. He just ran straight into the end zone. So with only 30 seconds, we need to make something happen. We also only have 1 timeout. You'll see right there. So the first play to run is HB off tackle, hoping to get the first and stop the clock. So we do exactly that. We get on a hash as well, which is really important. You always want to be on a hash so you know what routes will pull and everything like that. You don't really lab for the middle hash, right? So we're going again, PA verticals. As you can see the play. That's when we're running PA verticals. You can see he goes and plays the corner route, leaves the drag, but we only end up getting 6 yards. We have to actually call our timeout here because not only did we get only 6 yards, but we also didn't get out of bounds. So now we only have 12 seconds, and we do really want to get 3 or even get a touchdown here. He's almost definitely running a cover 3 defense where this player, and this player, middle third, outside third, outside third. So it's very difficult for us to get this one play score unless he messes up himself, right? So we're kind of looking around. There's not much there. We throw it away. It's it's 3rd and 4 now. There really isn't too much. 5 seconds left. We could chuck it up. But if you end up chucking it up, there's always a risk to that. So we just ran the ball and just took it to halftime, right? We are not getting the ball at half. He's actually getting the ball at half. So we got to do our absolute best to get ourselves a stop. He's really struggled on offense. We just got to take away his run attack, his RPO attack. He cannot pass the ball, and we really established this. So on the first play from scrimmage, he's once again in this trips tight end. He has 3 receivers to this side, and then he's going to run this inside zone and try cutting back. But we have that linebacker there. As long as that linebacker makes a tackle, we can hold that to a very minimal gain, right? But the one thing I don't think I did there was pinch my linebackers. It's really important to pinch your linebackers so he's in the perfect spot to go make a play. So we're going to continuously engage. We're going to continuously do our best to stop this style of running offense, right? He's double teaming. He's actually going to pass here, right? This is when he's setting up a protection. He's probably going to block his running back, I think. Yep. And right here, drag, slant, nothing really open, but the engage comes in. Even though he set his pass protection, the engage blitz still came in completely clean. That's why this defense is really so effective. We're going to run the exact same coverage shell. Literally the exact same coverage shell on him, and you're going to see it's actually going to do a pretty good job. He's setting up everything. He's absolutely passing. He wouldn't be doing this many audibles if he wasn't passing. Snaps the ball. He has a drag. He has a hitch, and then a crosser. But as you can see, even though he's blocking his running back, the blitz is coming in. Let's go back here, right? The running back's looking over here. So the blitz just comes in. It's just continuously coming in. So just like that, he's on a 4th and 12. And he now needs to convert this. And if he doesn't, we're going to get the ball in his own red zone, in the shadow of his own end zone, really. So he's still in this gun trips tight end. We're going to once again run the engage blitz, running the exact same cell we talked about before. Inside third, outside third, mid read. Snap the ball. The engage doesn't come in, but we have a cloud there and an outside third. So when he tried to chuck that streak right in the middle of the field, or right in the outside of the field, it was covered. So we knock it out. Immediately, we knock it out. So now we're back on offense at his 23-yard line. And you probably guessed what our first call was going to be. HB off tackle. We slip it to the outside, and we're able to get ourselves a clean 7 yards. Now, 2nd and 3, we have the bunch on the right side of the field. It's the wide side. We're probably going to run HB off tackle again right here. That's what it looks like we're doing. But I do want to note that HB off tackle to the right sometimes gets destroyed in the backfield. So we probably won't run that too much to the right, simply because when you do run it, it is a slower handoff and people just come in. So just like that, we're now on a 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6, he's running that mid blitz again, right? So we're going to run a whip combo. We're going to look to our whip. He gets bumped. We overthrow it. Just like that, we overthrow it. So we can't. So on 2 different drives, we've either had the whip dropped or it's been completely overthrown, right? And this may end up costing us the game. We really could be up so many points. We could be up, at least 7 at this point, but instead it's a tie game and we're in a 4th and 6. So in this play, he's once again, we know he's in man coverage. He has a tendency to just blitz on late downs in a man coverage defense. So we're going to run the whip in the flat combo, and we have the whip and we get a red and it's overthrown. So that's 2 times in a row, 2 drives in a row that we've actually overthrown or had these whips dropped on late downs or late in these games, right? Or not really, close to the red zone, I should say. So just like that, it's still tied. It feels like it should be 21-7 right now, but it's still tied. So in the 3rd quarter, 3 minutes left, we have a tie game between me and x99Trout. So he's calling verticals here. He's going to try throwing it to his tight end. It's covered. We switch stick it. Nothing really open, right? So he's going to probably pass the ball again. It is 2nd and 10. He's probably not going to run. Right here, we set up the exact same defense we've been setting up all game, right? He's going to try to pick up this engage, probably struggle to do that. Motion, someone's over. So instead, we actually just put a deep half here so he can't just chuck a streak to the tight end or to the outside receiver, sorry. We engage, blitzer comes in, and this is a pick, right? He tried to throw outside of our cloud before it reached the outside third, and he just chucks a pick. Like, this is what I mean. Like, he's making mistakes in this game. We are not making mistakes. We are having things being overthrown, right? I don't like saying I'm getting cheated, but in this game, it certainly felt that way. Right here, we're almost definitely going to run off tackle, but if we don't, it's because he's overcommitting to it. Doesn't matter. Looks like we're going to run it anyway. Off tackle to the left. hold your blocks. No one holds their blocks. It's okay. 2nd and 10. So it looks like if we keep running HB off tackle, right, we're probably going to end up on these late downs. And on these late downs, that's when these whips can be overthrown and it could cost you. But if you have a whip overthrown on 1st down, it's okay. You get a lot more options on late down. So this play, we're gonna run another staple. Slant, streak, little hitch, interior hitch, crosser, whip. This is really easy stuff. All you gotta do is make the read between the crosser and the slant. And if that's not open, chances are you're gonna have this hitch. And that's exactly what we had. Now we're at 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. 1st and goal from the 7, we're in gun trips tight end. We're gonna run QB wrap to the right. We're gonna hope blocks are made. They are. Everyone's pulled inside, and we're able to take it into the end zone with Finn running QB wrap. QB wrap is super, super good, and it's part of the reason I'm in the Alabama playbook. So we get ourselves a touchdown, and now we're gonna kick it to him, and he's gonna have to pass the football another drive. So right here, we're gonna run our blitz again. You're gonna see that we're actually able to stop this pretty much in the backfield. He gets a 1-yard gain. And once again, this engage blitz is really, really good when you know which direction they're running. You just hover opposite the running back side. If they run opposite the running back side, which most runs go to in shotgun, you're gonna stop it in the backfield. They have to have a really good run stick in order to even make it a short gain. So now he's double teaming. You see he do that little animation. He's trying to pass. He's gonna block his running back, okay? We know this. We see he does that, he's passing. You see we engage, his running back actually picks it up. We cover the drag. He tries to throw this. We're there. We drop the pick. This is what I'm talking about. He's going to look to that streak consistently, but we have the defenders to stop it, right? We have the people in the right position to stop it. And regardless of that, we just can't get that interception. That's 2 times he's thrown that, and we haven't gotten the interception on either of them, right? So hopefully we get an interception on the next play or, soon. So now he's actually in something different. He's in trips halfback weak, right? So now I actually have to keep this deep half here. I can't have an inside third. I can only have the mid read, right? And that's probably what he's going to try to attack, but it really doesn't matter because, once again, on that side of the field, it's covered. He's looking to throw these streaks, but we have the clouds. They're playing deep. They're chucking out, and we have these outside thirds playing deep, right? So he's just not able to throw those types of routes. So 1st and 10 from his 25-yard line, he's going to expect off tackles. So instead, we're going to run PA verticals. We actually put a streak on our tight end, hoping he wouldn't cover it. He did cover it. Everything was actually really well covered. So we're just going to take it with our quarterback and get ourselves an easy 6 yards. Now, 2nd and 4, this is when we go to the formation gun F twins over and we run jet touch pass, okay? This is a really effective play. You're going to see we audible to inside zone and fake the jet touch pass because he's sitting over there, right? But this is really, really good. This is a really good play. It's a really good scheme because if they overcommit to the jet touch, you have the inside zone, right? And if they overcommit to the inside zone or they just don't commit to the jet touch, you're going to have the jet touch for a really big gain, right? So this is a great run scheme, especially when you're down near the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, we audible to the play he was running, which was the RPO read by flat, and then switch it to the QB wrap. We're going to look for a hole, hopefully not take a hit. We take a big hit right there. That's huge. You have to pay attention to when your quarterback takes a hit because if they take a hit again, they're going to fumble, right? So you want to put in a different quarterback because of fatigue, fumbling risk, all of those things that you don't want to happen to your quarterback. So, but we do get 4 yards out of it, which is good. We're now on 2nd and 6. And on 2nd and 6, we run HB off tackle, slip to the outside, cut right inside with platinum shifty, and get ourselves a touchdown. That platinum shifty ability on Reese is super, super good. And Baylor is really great in this tier simply because you have probably one of the best receivers in this tier. When I say tier, I'm talking about the 1v1me.com tiers where, it's not like good team versus bad team. It's a set of like teams that are very similarly leveled, right? So that's kind of how that works. And Baylor and BYU are probably the best teams in this tier. This is like the lowest tier. This is tier 3. At this point, my opponent needs to score and he needs to do it in a hurry. So we're probably going to see a lot more passing. But on the first play, he actually runs the ball, picks up some great blocks, and is able to get himself into a 2nd and 4. But once again, he hurries up, trying to mess up our alignment, trying to mess up our defense. He's going to hurry up quite a lot, right? He's going to run the ball, run that RPO. And right there, my outside corner is the read key, right? We don't want that corner to be the read key. So we're probably going to spread our D-line or do something about that. Maybe man him up, do something, right? So we're setting up our defense once again. Looks pretty much the exact same, but you see we manned him up, right? We manned up that player. We manned up him. We manned up here to stop the middle of the field, right? So now he can't really go to that RPO read. So now he actually has to make a real read, and he actually does. First really good read of the game. He throws the crosser beneath my deep zone and gets himself a pretty good gain. So he's moving now. He's got a little bit of momentum. He's had 2 pretty solid plays in a row, and he's continuing. But he's going to pass the ball, I think, a lot more. But when I say that, he throws the RPO because our outside corner is once again the read key. we have to set up for that RPO read almost every single time or find a solution for it. We set it up this time, we man him up, we man up this player, we set up pretty much identical defense, but we man up all the players that he could throw to, and just like that, we scream at him, almost get the sack, but he's able to throw the ball away. Second and goal from the 10, he's got his tight end on off the line. This is almost undoubtedly the jet touch. It is, he runs the jet touch pass. He's able to get himself right all the way to the 3-yard line, which is not great for us. He's gonna hurry up, try to screw up our alignment. This is not the best run defense in this situation, so he may just run the ball. He does, cuts inside and gets a big gain. Hindsight being 2020, I should have called a timeout, not a big gain, a touchdown. I should have called a timeout and switched to 4-3, even 6-1, something that's better for the 3-yard line. It's obvious that if I guess incorrectly or he has a proper cut, I may give up 3 yards, right? This defense will give up 2-3 yards on occasion, sometimes 4, but it's the best pass defense, right? So that's why it's the best, but in that situation, I definitely should have been something more aggressive to stop the run. So right here, we want to clock the game, but we also don't want to just get stopped, right? So we're going to run the ball here. We're going to cut inside. We have joystick. It's pretty much joystick. It's platinum shifty. We're going to do our best to take as much clock as possible running this HB off tackle. So on this next play, this is when we're running QB wrap. We're going to get ourselves a nice, easy 5 yards. We could have probably got more, but we got to make sure we're modest. We take what we can get, right? We don't want to take too many hit sticks with our quarterback, or he's going to end up fumbling. That's pretty like standard. He's going to fumble if that happens. So 2nd and 5, we're inbounds. It was really important that we stayed inbounds there, and that's exactly what we did. So we're able to take it to the 2-minute warning. So on 2nd and 5, we have our bunch tight end to the wide side, running our staple play PA verticals, right? Stemming down that corner a little bit and doing absolutely everything we can to either put the ball in the end zone or ice the game. And he went and played that corner route, but he also left this fade wide open, and that's how we got a touchdown, right? So we're gonna kick our PAT, and just like that, we're going to be up 28-14 with only, 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the game. So on this play, he's in trips tight end. We actually spread our D line here to stop the RPO. He's going to try to throw that corner. We didn't switch stick it because we're going to probably leave that route way more open. That's probably what I did there. And we left the crosser open. So he sees that, okay, my crosser is actually getting open. It's doing a really good job against his defense. So I'm probably going to put a lot more crossers on the field. Right there, he overthrows a post a little bit. I don't think it would have been open anyway. We have an inside third right there. We have mid reads. We have everything we need. So right here, we're going to set up the defense the exact same way. All game, we've set it up the exact same way. Same defense, and he just can't beat it, right? You see it? I'm really showing it on screen like 10, 20 times. He's going to set up his play, but we actually man up circle here, right? This is so we can take away the crosser if he goes on one, and we can focus on other routes. Right here, he was actually on a streak. We covered the drag, but he actually does get around our user. On occasion, the 3-rec is really, really good, but sometimes it'll give up the drag if you're too far back with your user before you switched it. So we give up the drag. He's hurrying up. He's trying to get keep as much time on the clock as possible. Right here, he puts the crosser on. We sit in the perfect spot to play it. The perfect spot. I want to go back here. We're here. We move to go play it. He throws it. He throws it anyway, but we must have moved a little too far inside, and we didn't end up getting the pick. That could have ended the game with ease. We might have even got a pick 6 out of it. So right there, he runs RPO read. He's going to truck us, and just like that, we're only up 1 possession, right? So now it's probably going to be 28-21, but our opponent decides to go for 2 points. And we're not going to make the same mistake we did the last time we were at the 3 or the 2-yard line. We actually go and run 4-3, even 6-1. So right here, there's not really much to say here. We run 4-3, even 6-1. We get the blitz in. He makes the right call. He made the right call. But the blitz came in before he was able to throw his read key flat. So now it's 28-20. He low kicks it. He almost gets the onside, but we're able to pick it up. And just like that, though, we are in a really good position to win the game. However, he has 3 timeouts. So we need to get a first down. We need to stay in bounds. The best case scenario is we get, 2nd and 1, take his 1 timeout, get the first down on 2nd and 1. Then that takes his other timeout, and then it's pretty much game, right? So if we get a first down on 2nd down, we're in the best possible position. But instead, We end up on 2nd and 14, and he uses his first timeout because QB zone isn't the best when you have a slower quarterback, and we just didn't get outside fast enough. So in this play, we're actually running one of our favorite plays, which is whips. So we have a whip here, curl here, flat here, and then a running back like corner / streak, which sits in a nice spot. We have our whip open, we miss it, we throw our tight end. And our tight end gets out of bounds, so it keeps more clock on in the game for him. We should have thrown our whip. Our whip was wide open. So right here, we're going to trips. We're going to put a slant here, crosser here, flat, and a comeback. And just like that, we are able to throw our crosser to the tight end. Sorry for the marker still on screen. It was open. And that pretty much ices the game, right? We don't need to do too much more. We're probably going to go on conservative, run the ball a couple times. The game is over, right? We're probably going to take as much time as we possibly can here, take the clock down. We actually did run it. Mistake. That was a mistake. Can't do that. Can't snap the ball at 17 seconds knowing he has that much time left. We're actually leaving him in the game because we're trying to score more points, right? Because on 1v1me, you're incentivized to win by more, right? Be more dominant in your game. Play your absolute best. That's what I'm doing. I ran the ball. I left a little bit of time left, though. I shouldn't have done that. 2nd and 7, 22 seconds on the play clock. He calls his timeout. This play, we're faking the jet touch and running the inside zone. He's going to overcommit. We're going to try to run the inside zone, but he blitzed everyone, so he's able to stop it. Okay? So looking at it right now, it's 3rd and 7. If we run the ball one more time, we could probably clock it and kick 3. Right here, we're probably going to fake the jet touch pass or run it. We're going to see here. We run the jet touch, and it gets stopped in the backfield. But with a 40-second play clock, there's only 6-7 seconds left. No big deal. Now we're going to try to kick 3 and take as much time off the clock as we possibly can, right? But that's why we even called the timeout at 1 second. So we're going to go to try kick 3 with 9 seconds left. And the bar is moving a little bit quick, and you're going to see I whiff it. So we do leave Trout a chance in this game with 6 seconds left. So we actually are just going to call prevent. So on this play, instead of calling prevent, we actually decide to blitz him a little bit, but be conservative and run a cover 4 drop. We want to make sure that he doesn't have unlimited time in the pocket to throw something deep, get a pass interference. And just like that, we intercept it. All right. So we did make the right call. We sent a little bit of a blitz and we intercept his corner route. And just like that, we're able to basically knee it out or take our last HB off tackle and try to get a couple yards, but he's going to stop it. We win 28-20, and it was a great game against Trout. Pretty much a great win overall. Shout out to Trout for playing me in this game. Shout out to 1v1me for hosting it as usual. If you want to stake on me and other competitive gamers, content creators, pros, check out 1v1me.com in the link down below. I'll also link my Twitch where all the games are streamed. And if you're looking for a great college football 25 defensive video that goes over a lot of the different defenses I'm using, not the one in the video, but pretty much all of the best defenses right now, check out the video on screen right now.